ApolloKage, because he is, I believe he may have been the highest person on the PGR. Was the #1 seed. But when you look at the bracket and be like, all right, who's been here? Who's done it before? I would have put my money on Sin for winning this tournament because Sin, he just grinds events online and in person. He will show up to your giant regional. He is no stranger to coming to these things and playing through losers bracket to win.
Yeah, not only the experience, but also the execution with the characters such as Ness that needs to have your fingers and your movement on point. Like, it really shows and separates like what needs to be done in order to just like separate yourself with a character that a lot of people just complain about, right? Like it's a projectile character, but so is Snake, and still both of them play in very intricate ways differently. Depending on who has the controllers at this point.
Ooh, okay, he's got the yo-yo on the shield. That's good stuff.
That's one of those things that Ness has, is that you're damned if you do, damned if you don't. If you drop shield or you jump out of shield, you're still taking that yo-yo. That is such a strong pressure tool that Ness has on stage and off stage on all the things. Like, that's the one thing that Sen is incredibly intelligent on how to use as a pressure tool, but also as a tool to just raid his opponents.
Oh yeah, most definitely. So next time ApolloKage is definitely going to be thinking, okay, I can't stand in front of him in shield, because even though my shield was at what seemed like a safe percent, the yo-yo just lasts for so long and does so much shield damage, I can't do this.
Now careful here, Nikita perfectly placed like the Seek and Destroy missile. That it is still. ApolloKage is struggling here because the percentage deficit is clear. Sen has been doing phenomenally, but falls short with that C4 just perfectly positioned and perfectly detonated just to add a little bit of extra damage. And look, ApolloKage bringing it back insanely fast, just hitting with that up tilt as you try to recover.
I like that. I like that Sen meets ApolloKage in that situation. If you want to hold grenades, I'll heal and I'll try to hit you for it. And unfortunately, AK was intelligent. I was like, nah.
And it's wild because he got hit by 2 of the hitboxes there. Yeah. And I'm just like, dude, there's no way. Like, that's not going to blow up in time.
Stock not gone quite yet. PK Thunder to try to mitigate or at least distract him enough, but not quite enough to get that C4 detonated on him. Look, this is it. Like, this is exactly the moment in which you notice that ApolloKage feels comfortable enough, but look at the execution once again. Sen showing why he's so good, especially when he's airborne.
All right, just a couple minutes ago, we did have a situation where he ran under that platform and the C4 went off. Yeah. And I'm wondering if he was just out of range, or maybe when he's running, maybe his head is down a little bit. Ooh, gosh, the up tilt, because we did just have a moment on the other side of the stage where he was standing still, but that C4 hit him in the head. So I think maybe Ness's head is a little bit lower when he's running.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I would say some characters that, like Joker's like her box gets slimmer when he runs. Yeah, because it's incredibly like
he's got his head down.
He's got his head. I mean, I see Ness doing the same thing. He's got like a little look at the way he runs. Come on,
look at the boy.
But I like that situation because AK at that point he knows he wants the heal. Nah, give him the boot. Give him the boot, and he's out of here.
I'm gonna be real with you. I think that's one of the things that will only work once, and that's the scary part, because you know that's such a valuable resource that you haven't pinned down with the explosions, and he's trying to heal up, but ApolloKage sets up like a good ass hitbox, and still that's gonna be the hard part for him to recover, at least for it to happen again.
Okay, he makes it back to the stage. Okay, that was kind of wild. All right, down throw, fair. You know, we're gonna eat some damage. Down throw into the up tilt. Into the up air, some solid damage here. Gets him back off stage. Okay. Down throw, where you gonna go?
I like the wait for it too, because he goes for down air. And that situation, he wants to be able to actually carry Sen off the stage and into a situation where Snake can start to set up again.
That's always a really good place when you're Snake to get one of those grabs, because you know if you down throw him while you're facing the ledge, he can't go anywhere. You can't roll anywhere.
Now this is the I really like how Sen is very careful and also very aggressive when he recovers. This is it. Yes, doesn't matter how heavy you are with those high percentages, the back throw is always gonna do it. Unfortunate for him, that still hit him despite the magnet being out.
And I think what it was is that AK aimed for the actual stage itself. To actually get the explosion instead of actually Ness.
AK's brain is actually too big.
No, dude, AK is one of those players, like, he knows how to get conversions off grenades. and off little situations of like the explosion. He's incredibly talented with this character.
Gosh, just taking damage.
Yeah,
AK cannot land.
But that's good. That's the way that you should be trying to edge guard Snake. Is that's why he always goes for something like Cypher C4 mix-up, is because he struggles to land, and that's all he has. And at this point, Sen knows if he struggles to land, that means I can get him and juggle him.
We got the back here taking the stock, and one thing that I don't want people to miss is that when he was doing all that juggling, he just went over to that platform and ate that. He was like, you know what, I'm going to eat some of this. I'm going to eat some of this foot.
Yeah.
But yeah, he definitely got some damage back because of those explosions over there while he was getting juggled. And I was just like, man, it hurts to see, but just as quickly as he lost the stock, he was able to come back in and take the stock from Sin.
Yeah, Sen really needs to respect a little bit more of that aggression that they're both putting out, right? Because you got at this point, like the warfare is out. You got explosions, you got grenades, you got PK Thunders. You also got PK Flashes, specifically from Sen, sorry, formerly known as Best Ness, and still doing phenomenally when it comes to juggling in the air. It's just a barrage of projectiles, and you gotta keep close attention of that close quarter combat.
It was nice using the magnet to slow down his fall speed there. Just kind of mess up the timing that AK had going on. Ooh, there we go. Uh-oh, that shield is looking kind of small. Oh, no, he's like, what's he going to do? He's able to get away. All right. Up here onto the shield. Down there is going to send him in stage. Parries the fire. He's daring him there. He's like, we need that. Blow up that C4. Okay, gets a grab again. Oh, that's the roll behind.
The one thing for AK, man, I was going to say he's been doing a pretty good job. He was trying to avoid Best Ness when it comes to hand-to-hand combat, but I mean, it just goes to show, like, that's the one thing that, like, I think in this particular match, we see that Sen had just taken advantage of one of Snake's weaknesses, and we see AK take a lot of damage for it in that situation.
And in this instance where
look at this. That's the stock. Like, he knows he has. If he tries to land on stage, that's going to be PK Fire, and it's going to be Yo-Yo. There's a lot of things that a character like Ness can actually do to Snake. That when he tries to recover on the stage through the ledge, he has ways to actually beat out Cypher. Cypher does have a percentage threshold that can actually be beaten out.
All right, now that we're going back into, again, Pokemon Stadium, you know that they want to have that extra space to play around. You know that ApolloKage has been very on point with those projectiles, specifically the C4s, but Sen, just whenever it's time to close that distance, he's getting a mile every time they interact together.
All right, and then right there, we did get a situation where Sen had a grenade in his hand, did not feel safe putting out the magnet, so he just had to shield up and eat it, sadly. Okay, we got the Bears. We got AK off the stage. He's not going to go anywhere, but he's going to eat all that falling fire. Okay. All right. Oh, dang. Said back, bruh.
All right, enemy chaser here. What a setup, too.
Yeah, that was absolutely ridiculous. Covering all the bases, really every single opportunity, but he's getting rocked by the
ridiculous
PK rocket every single time. You fall victim for that. Some puppy gets his card crushed. You know that for
every
sure.
time you get hit by, you just feel stupid. Like it does not matter like how intricate or crazy or unexpected it was. Like I really just got hit with that.
Yeah,
that's how I feel when I get hit by PK Flash. If you get hit by PK Flash, it feels the worst.
You're right.
That move takes 30 years to come out.
You gotta put the controller down.
Yeah.
Like. Ooh, okay. Got an air coming out. Down to. Oh gosh. Like he can scrap too well. Ooh, okay. This was definitely out in the schoolyard picking fights.
Yeah, they're both going pretty even, really, at this point. A back throw, trying to mix up the DI and almost falling for it. That's extremely dangerous. He's going for the rocket, but the shield was ready into the up tilt. Great job from ApolloKage taking advantage of that little mistake that Sen committed there.
Yeah, and had an explosion go off, too.
Yeah.
ApolloKage is so quick to set up, too, once he immediately sees he gets the advantage. Even though he's backing himself up to the corner, he's looking to just set up himself just so that when Sen does make that eventual approach, he has everything to cover Sen. But unfortunately, you still are at the corner, and Sen senses that.
Oh, dang. He's getting hit by these grenades. All right. The tail's not going to get him, but he's going to die off top side. It looks like he got hit by the forward air, then maybe the grenade sent him up into the blast zone. Okay.
Here it is. You know that Ness will try to break that distance as quickly as possible, but ApolloKage is just going for those down airs, knowing that one of those kicks is going to connect and will put him in a very disadvantaged situation, or at least an opportunity for him to just extend the damage, just like here, as he tried to force Sen into a very unfortunate situation as he tried to recover.
The down air is hurt. I hurt every time I see that happen. I'm not the one getting touched.
Yeah.
I mean, he's really stomping on you midair.
Ooh,
Wow.
okay, got the parry, could not turn around to get the grab, though.
That could have broken the shield, and you know it was slow enough. Even though he tried to parry, that kick is going to go through it. He gets the stock, he gets the game. ApolloKage 2-1 on the scoreboard. It's still a good opportunity for Sen to bring it back. You could tell that he was adapting by the end, too.
Yeah.
And that's one of those crazy situations. So no matter, I feel like no matter what happens, if Snake whips something in front of you, doesn't matter what the move is, he's going to up till afterwards. He's just going to be like, oh, one of us whips.
That is true. That is true.
It's safe, yeah, for the most part.
It's like, why not? All right. Oh, so we're going to PS2 once again. Game number 4. They're both like, yeah, whatever. You know, stage mans, who cares?
I do. I do.
I definitely do not.
I've been a PS2 hater for the longest time. So I mean, hey, if they like it, that's fine. They're the ones competing, so let's make them feel comfortable. And look at Sen struggling to go back into the stage because ApolloKage is just not allowing it, covering every single approach opportunity with active hitboxes.
All right, we have Sen putting on some solid damage. Ooh, okay, getting the up smash kill, but there just a couple of moments ago, you know, tossing off the back throw, even though it wasn't going to kill, because forward throw was not going to put him off stage, and that's where he wants AK. He wants him off stage. All right, forward throw. Oh, into the down here. I see you.
Yeah, clean stock from Sen, still holding under 80% with his first one, and it just not stopping. A lot of shield conditioning, and that's allowing Sen to just go crazy with the grabs. And as soon as those out of shield options, the Nair, of course, of Ness comes out, you know that you're in danger.
Oh yeah, these are one of those games where you love if you're going against a Snake player, because it's dang. All right, so probably deactivated it and then still got hit when it reactivated. Kind of sad to see.
I still like that AK always goes for those options. It's just because it's still worth. Even if Ness is, if Ness is trying to get a heal, it's the actual end lag of that you can take advantage of.
Yeah, the positioning, right?
Yeah.
Trying to fish for a punish there. Great tech from the competitor from Utah, trying his best to just not fall victim. Guts into the yo-yo, and he's one stock away from giving us that precious game 5.
All right, 2 up smash kills from the yo-yo. A very surprisingly quick kill option from Ness.
Oh, what a
man.
Yeah, okay, I was about to say.
You'll love to see it, though.
I was like, is he going forward? Is he going to continue the combo? Oh, gosh. As much as it is easy to hate on the Ness, he can do some pretty cool stuff. Like,
definitely, it's a very technical character, and Sen being the specialist of this character, of course, he knows the routes every single time, and maybe even some custom combos just like that. The stock's not gone quite yet, but the pressure is still not stopping. You don't want to fall for that C4, but instead, you land on the shoe.
All right, so this is one of those, I'm like, bro, like, it's Ness. The grenade's going to save him.
What a last save.
Big brain. The clutch,
right,
but it doesn't matter because that Nair is going to seal the deal. We're going back into game 5 with a maybe renewed Sen, you know, like he feels pretty spot on at least in this last game.
I think Sen is definitely taking advantage of, like I said, he's really smart on how he tackles damage against a character like Snake. Yeah. He knows that Snake, even though he has a lot of advantage with his like projectiles, grenades, C4s, everything in there, he knows that AK still sends himself into disadvantage to actually have a proper game plan. And Sen knows once I have him in disadvantage, I can easily, like, the scales will tip in my favor.
That's what happens in a lot of those matchups when you're playing a character that has projectiles of some sort that take any sort of charge or time for them to get ready. You have to put yourself in disadvantage to get those, and then that's when you got to capitalize.
Yeah, and if you think about it like that, that's the perfect way to say it, honestly. Snake is one of those characters where you trade advantage for disadvantage, but in return, it works, but in return, you get access to neutral trapping tools. However, you're like almost like glass cannon because you essentially are in disadvantage majority of the time.
To just extend a little bit of what you mentioned, not only that, but you get positional advantage, you get trickle damage, like every single trade that Snake can put out, it is on his favor. Now, every time he gets an opportunity to get the edge guard too, careful here. Hey, what do you want, your shield or the stock?
Oh, damn.
The stock is gone instead,
And it sucks too because AK cannot roll. He'll get hit by the actual yo-yo. He jumps, he'll just let go of the smash attack and he'll get hit.
The tank, but still unfortunate enough that he wasn't able to recover. We're going back into neutrality with almost no damage. ApolloKage quickly shutting me down.
That setup?
The quick 45.
Yeah, that setup was so smart. He waited for that the grenade to blow up in shield and for Sen to be that close and just go for Nair, and then that was incredible.
Ooh, ran behind him. Ran behind him, got the PK fired. I like he had to run through his roll. Oh, okay.
That was still good for AK. Even though he took that PK Thunder, he tried to aim on the ground just in general. Wow.
That is crazy. And right now we have AK up a whole stock.
Yeah, he's still not too far behind though because Ness can get some nasty stuff just like that. Back airs, everything you need to bring back neutrality. Last stock situation. This is last game for both of them, and this is losers.
Yeah, so you were sitting there thinking about, okay, Snake's kind of a heavy guy. He's at 90. You know, he'd be dead for a bit, but Ness is a very strong character. And then even after he got the kill, he absorbed, so they reset at 0.
Yeah. And man, if you really think about it, this is a tactical espionage assassin being murdered by a small psychic child.
El Cabezón, El Niño, trying his best every single time they get to close that distance. You know that sparks will fly, and not just literally, also metaphorically. Now here, this is the funny part, because you know that ApolloKage is struggling to get that percentage back, and you really don't want to give Sen that leeway.
Even then, look at how AK is playing this now.
Ooh,
he stopped going for grenades. He knows I'm at such a percent deficit, I cannot trade. Wow, that hurts.
He took a little bit back, though. Back air gets him off stage. There's no C4 on the ground. He's probably dropping one. All right, we got it over there on the right side. Don't get caught.
No!
Up smash. Up smash was the move that Sind needed for this set. We see like 5 or 6 stocks taken by that up smash. Crucial.
I mean, our up smash is paying bills, man. That's all I'm saying.
It actually is.
Yeah, like earlier we saw it almost breaking the shield. It was either the shield or the stock, and it didn't matter because no matter what the result was, that was going to be deadly. But let's take a quick look at those.
That was unfortunately like tech error because he fast fall too quick the Nair 1. You kind of have to wait a little bit just to actually get Nair 1 and then immediately go for combo. But that shield damage eventually results in a shield poke. And what's crazy is that shield poking is more, I mean, we're already a few years into this game. Yeah. You can angle your shield to avoid that shield poke, but that's only going to buy AK so much time.
As I was
also I assume he plays with tap jump off because you have tap jump on, you can't do it.
Yeah.
All right, so that's just crazy. We saw that. We saw 3 different times where we're just like, kind of some funny Nikita interactions. The one into the stage, the one there, and then we also saw one on the bottom left side of the stage where he like went straight up and got stage spike and went down.
Definitely. And guys, I want to take a quick opportunity, a quick moment to thank our sponsors, of course. We got Beast Coast doing a phenomenal job at sponsoring us. We got Metafy, Wavedash for 10% off. Please make sure to use that. Hey, it's a beautiful platform. What can I say? I've got myself some Tilde information, some Tilde classes for my Falco. So guys, do it too if you want to improve Metafy being the best place for this.
And the best part about Metafy is it's not just for Smash. You can use this code on, like it says, 10% off on all lessons. The code is valid all the way to August 12th. If